You ever sit down to study or work, stare at your screen for 20 minutes, and your brain just refuses to move? Like the words are right there, the task is right there, but your mind feels like a frozen computer, spinning, buffering, going nowhere. Your mind feels like a frozen computer, spinning, buffering, going nowhere. It's not just slow. It's stuck, like a screen that keeps loading but never actually opens anything. Something deeper is going on here. And it's not what most people think. I used to think that was a focus problem or a motivation problem, maybe even I'm just not smart enough for this problem. But it's not any of those things. The real answer is something completely different. And once you understand it, everything changes. What's actually happening, and science backs this up, is that your brain is overwhelmed. It's overstimulated. It's been running on fumes since the moment you woke up and checked your phone. And no amount of willpower is going to push through that fog. It's been running on fumes since the moment you woke up and checked your phone. Before you even get out of bed, your brain is already flooded with notifications, news, messages, and no amount of willpower is going to push through that fog. Here's the thing most people do wrong. They try harder. They open another tab. They think more effort, more input, more action will somehow break through the wall. But it only makes things worse. They make another to-do list. They grab another coffee, more tasks, more pressure, more noise, and none of it works because the brain doesn't need more input. It needs a reset, and none of it works because the brain doesn't need more input. It needs a reset, not a nap, not a vacation, just a small, intentional pause that tells your brain, okay, we can breathe now. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 things, each taking just 60 seconds, that are scientifically shown to reset your brain, clear mental fog, and get you back into a focused state fast. These aren't hacks. They're not tricks. They're simple, research-backed techniques that work with how your brain actually functions, not against it. These aren't hacks. They're not tricks. They're simple, research-backed techniques that work with how your brain actually functions, not against it. And the best part? You can do all 5 of them before your next study session in under 5 minutes total. Let's get into it. The first thing you can do right now, literally right now, is box breathing. Here's how it works. You breathe in for 4 seconds. You hold for 4 seconds. You breathe out for 4 seconds. You hold again for 4 seconds. That's 1 box. Do it for 60 seconds. That's about 4 rounds. And your nervous system shifts gears. That's 1 box. Do it for 60 seconds. That's about 4 rounds. And your nervous system shifts gears. Something inside you physically changes. The tension loosens. The racing thoughts slow down. It's not imagination. It's your biology responding exactly the way it's designed to. Why does this work? Because your breath is the only part of your autonomic nervous system you can consciously control. When you slow your breath down intentionally, you're signaling to your brain, we're safe. We can calm down. We can focus. That one signal changes everything about how your brain performs in the next few minutes. Research from Stanford published in Cell Reports Medicine found that just a few minutes of controlled breathing significantly reduces cortisol, the stress hormone that creates mental fog. This isn't wellness advice. This is published science. Cortisol drops, clarity rises, your brain can finally do its job. I remember cramming for an exam once, and my mind was so scattered I couldn't retain a single sentence. A classmate told me to just breathe for a minute. I thought it was silly. I did it anyway. And honestly, it worked in a way I didn't expect. Not magic, just calm. Pitfall to avoid: don't rush the counts. If you're speeding through 1, 2, 3, 4 in 2 seconds, you're missing the point. Slow it down. Mean it. This one sounds almost too simple, but there's real science behind it. Splashing cold water on your face or running it over your wrists for 60 seconds activates something called the dive reflex. Your heart rate slows down. Your blood gets redirected to your vital organs. Your brain essentially shifts into a more alert and calm state at the same time. Your heart rate slows down. Your blood gets redirected to your vital organs. Your brain essentially shifts into a more alert and calm state at the same time. Think of it like a hard reboot, not a shutdown, a reset. The vagus nerve, which runs from your brain down through your body, is highly sensitive to cold. Stimulating it through cold water is one of the fastest ways to shift out of an anxious, scattered mental state. I know it feels like a small thing, but small things done consistently beat big things done never. Think of it like a hard reboot, not a shutdown, a reset. One thing to note, this isn't about freezing yourself. Just cool or cold tap water, 60 seconds. That's it. Here's something nobody talks about, but it's silently destroying your ability to focus: eye strain. The fix is called the 20-20-20 rule. Every 20 minutes, look at something 20 feet away for 20 seconds. If you've been staring at a screen, your ciliary muscles, the tiny muscles that control your eye's lens, have been contracted and tense for hours. And when those muscles are fatigued, your whole brain feels it. Headaches, difficulty concentrating, that weird, heavy feeling behind your eyes. But if you haven't been doing that, do it now. For 60 seconds straight, pick something in the distance, a tree, a wall across the room. Let your eyes fully relax. This releases the tension in those muscles and sends a signal to your brain that it's okay to decompress. 60 seconds, eyes soft, mind following. Common mistake? People look up from their screen and immediately check their phone. That doesn't count. Your phone is also a close-up screen. Look at something genuinely far away. Your brain doesn't work in isolation. It's connected to your body. And when your body is completely still and slumped in a chair for hours, your brain mirrors that stagnation. For 60 seconds, do something physical. Jump in place. Shake your arms out. Roll your shoulders. Walk to the other side of the room and back. Do 10 slow neck rotations. Your brain doesn't work in isolation. It's connected to your body. And when your body is completely still and slumped in a chair for hours, your brain mirrors that stagnation. Movement, even micro movement, increases cerebral blood flow. More blood to the brain means more oxygen. More oxygen means sharper thinking. Movement, even micro movement, increases cerebral blood flow. More blood to the brain means more oxygen. More oxygen means sharper thinking. You don't need a gym. You don't need a routine. You just need to move your body enough to remind your brain that it's alive. There's actually a term neuroscientists use, embodied cognition. It means our thinking is deeply shaped by our physical state. When you change your body's state, you change your brain's state. I used to think taking movement breaks was procrastination. Now I see it as maintenance, like stretching a rubber band that's been wound too tight. Watch out for checking your phone while you move. Keep the 60 seconds fully screen-free. Let your mind wander. That's the point. Okay, I know this one might sound soft. Bear with me. Just sit for 60 seconds and think of 3 things that are genuinely okay right now. Maybe you have time to study. Maybe you slept. Maybe your coffee is good. Doesn't matter how small. It doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be real. When your brain is stressed, it defaults to what psychologists call a threat-based state. It's scanning for problems, anticipating failure, ruminating on what went wrong. And in that state, creativity and memory consolidation are basically switched off. Gratitude, even a single minute of it, has been shown to activate the prefrontal cortex and release dopamine and serotonin. Those are the chemicals your brain needs to learn, focus, and feel motivated. This isn't positivity fluff. This is neuroscience. Alternatively, set a micro-intention. Instead of, I need to study for this exam, say to yourself, for the next 25 minutes, I'm going to read pages 40 to 60 and understand one key concept. Specific, small, achievable. You're redirecting your brain from threat mode to goal mode, and that shift changes everything about how you perform. Before we wrap up, a few real warnings. First, don't skip these because they feel too easy. The simplest interventions are often the most effective because we actually do them. Second, don't try to do all 5 in one chaotic minute while half watching something. These work because of the intention behind them. Give each one your full 60 seconds of attention. Third, and this is important, these are resets, not replacements for sleep, nutrition, and real rest. If you're running on 3 hours of sleep and haven't eaten, no breathing technique will fix that. Take care of your baseline first. 5 things, 60 seconds each, 5 minutes total. 1. Box breathing to reset your nervous system. 2. Cold water to activate your dive reflex and calm your mind. 3. The 20-20-20 eye reset to release physical tension. 4. Micro movement to increase blood flow and wake up your brain. 5. Gratitude or intention to shift out of threat mode and into focus mode. None of these require apps, subscriptions, or perfect conditions. Just 60 seconds and the willingness to try. Here's my challenge to you before your next study session. Not tomorrow, not later. Before your very next session, do all 5 of these, back to back, 5 minutes. See what happens. If this video helped you, give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people who need this. And if you want more videos on studying smarter and focusing better, subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from. You've got this. Now go reset that brain.